Hey y'all, welcome back to Neptune Rising Astrology. It is officially Aries season and we are here for the Aries new moon. Happy astrological new year. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and so this is the first new moon of the new year, essentially. This is a great opportunity to set your intentions for the year ahead. And this is a very powerful Aries new moon because it is exactly conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer asteroid. Now, the sun and moon are at 11 degrees Aries and Chiron is at 12 degrees Aries. So this is the main focal point of the new moon. So I'm going to talk a bit about Chiron. Chiron is known as the wounded healer asteroid. And the mythology behind Chiron is essentially he was a centaur who was just going about his business and then was shot with a poisoned arrow by Hercules. However, at the same time, an angel made him immortal. So now he gets to live forever, but in his immortality, he has to deal with the pain of this eternal wound that will never heal. So everyone has Chiron in their chart somewhere. Everyone has a wound that will never fully heal. It will always be a tender spot. And everyone has an ability to heal others, Chiron in the natal chart essentially shows where we are in need of healing. Now, at this Aries new moon, the sun and moon are shedding a light on Chiron, on our need for healing. And with Chiron and Aries, the wound really has to do with our sense of self. Aries is I am. Aries is the identity, the will. Chiron in Aries deals with the wound of self-doubt, self-consciousness, feeling unworthy or undeserving. So at this new moon, we have a huge potential to set intentions for healing our sense of self. In order to heal, we need to bring awareness to our wounds, Healing doesn't happen without attention. You can't just ignore your pain and expect it to heal magically and go away. Like, you have to look at it head on. You have to face it for it to heal. That's the only way, And with Aries being the first sign of the zodiac, Aries is the baby, Chiron and Aries is really about these childhood wounds. Like, whatever you didn't receive as a child, it's your responsibility now as an adult to give that to yourself. You have to be the one to pay attention to your inner child. As an adult, it's your responsibility to reparent yourself. And that's what Chiron and Aries is asking us to do. The new moon conjunct Chiron and Aries is going to shed a light on all the ways we doubt ourselves, all the ways we don't believe in ourselves. And, that needs to change. This is a huge opportunity to pay attention to that because it's being shown to you. The sun and moon are bringing these wounds up to your attention so that you can do the necessary work to heal them. And talking about responsibility, we've got Saturn in a square with the nodes of fate, with the lunar nodes. So Saturn is the planet of responsibility. Saturn is our challenges, our obstacles. And with Saturn in a T-square between the north and south node, this is really a point in time where we have to address these obstacles. We have to face them head on. Saturn is essentially creating a blockage, an obstacle between the past, represented by the south node, and the future, represented by the north node. We are at a crossroads here. We have to take responsibility for ourselves and really commit, Saturn is also conjunct Juno, which is known as the marriage asteroid, but I really see her as, what are you committed to? Now is the time to really commit to taking responsibility for yourself and taking responsibility for your future. Because Saturn and Juno are in Aquarius right now. And Aquarius is a Saturn-ruled sign, which means it's very aware of its limitations. But the difference between Aquarius and Capricorn, both Saturn-ruled signs, is that Aquarius wants to break free of these limitations. Aquarius wants to see a better future. Aquarius wants to be radical and do the unexpected. And Saturn is also joined by Mars in Aquarius. And Mars is the warrior, Mars is coming up to Saturn and getting ready to conquer those challenges. So with this Saturn-Mars conjunction, there's going to feel a heightened pressure to try harder, a heightened pressure to really make changes. And with Aries being ruled by Mars, this is really a Martian new moon. This is a Mars-ruled new moon. So we have to pay special attention to Mars. Now, Mars feels a bit blocked because Saturn is right in front of it at 22 degrees. Mars is at 19 degrees of Aquarius. And Saturn is basically like a big red stop sign, being like, no, you can't go forward until you figure this shit out. You have to face your responsibilities. You have to face your challenges. You have to face your obstacles. And with this new moon conjunct Chiron, those obstacles, those responsibilities, that is the need to reparent yourself. That is the need to pay attention to your inner child. What does it need? What wounds are coming up for you at this time? What feels painful? That is important to pay attention to because this is the opportunity to heal those things, Now with Chiron, it is an eternal wound, but that doesn't mean it can't heal and scar. Like, it's always going to be a tender spot, but that doesn't mean like we can't make progress, we can't work with it. Scars exist to remind us of the potential for healing. Just because it's never going to fully go away doesn't mean we can't eliminate some of the pain associated with it, Over time, if you really pay attention to your wounds, if you pay attention to the pain, if you let yourself feel it, the moon is emotions. So with the moon conjunct Chiron, we're really feeling this pain. This is emotional in nature. It's also identity because, it's the sun, it's Aries. But the moon is all about our feelings. It's all about our subconscious processes. How do we handle this pain, With Aries is confrontational. Aries needs to face it head on. This is not avoidant. This isn't slow. This isn't air or water or earth. This is fire. This is Aries. This is facing the pain head on, conquering it, We have to look our wounds right in the eyes, okay? Aries rules the eyes. So Aries kind of have crazy eyes sometimes. I don't know if y'all have noticed that, but we gotta take these crazy eyes and stare right at the wound, look at it, give it attention. Now at this new moon, with all this chironic energy, we might be kind of emotionally reactive. We might be easily triggered. So if you're feeling things very suddenly and you're feeling impulsive about it, you're feeling like reactive, it's the new moon in Aries. So just remember that, take a breath, try not to act immediately on impulse. It's not always the best decision, take it from an Aries, but recognize some shit is coming up and it's okay. Just let it exist, let it breathe. I feel like Saturn should help curb the impulsive energy a little bit because it is right in front of Mars. So it's kind of forcing Mars to slow down and remember, like, we have consequences for our actions. But it's also giving Mars the pressure that it needs to, do the work. Do the emotional healing. It's not easy, but it needs to be done. Like, it's never gonna hurt less if you don't face it. That's the simple truth. That's the reality. Saturn is all about reality. So here we are. This new moon is a great opportunity to face the pain and grow from it. We've also got Venus just escaping her malefic enclosure, which means that she is no longer in between Mars and Saturn, who can be kind of mean to her. She doesn't really like to be right between those two planets. Just after Monday, she escaped the malefic enclosure and she's on her way to Pisces, which is her joy. She is very excited to be there. And speaking of Pisces, We have got Jupiter and Neptune only 2 degrees away from each other. This is very exciting. We've got a Jupiter-Neptune conjunction forming in April, and this is beautiful. Neptune and Jupiter are going to expand compassion, and with Mercury in the Aries stellium, we've got the potential for really beautifully healing conversations. Like, now is really the time to journal. Now's the time to have a conversation with yourself and see what comes up. Now's the time to converse with people that you really trust and love and see how you can heal them and make them feel more confident in themselves. Aries really needs to feel confident. Aries needs to feel loved. Aries is the baby. Everyone needs to feel loved, but babies really need to feel loved. Babies really need to feel like they have a place in the world. So give yourself that, give your friends that. You know this, so you have the power to do something about it. Happy new moon, y'all. Happy Aries season. Happy new year. We made it. Thank you for watching. I will see you at the Libra full moon in 2 weeks. Bye.